But when it comes to your retirement, your money, your investments, you can't approach it thinking you're going to get a perfect bracket. You have to think about it in terms of getting a winning bracket. And in March Madness, you just had to be better than the second place guy, right?
Yeah.
But in retirement, John, the outcome is the key word here. It's not chasing a hot dot stock. It's not chasing a rate of return that you think you should get over what everybody else is getting. It is about an outcome that you get to define, by the way, but the outcome is income.
Yeah, it really is. And I think that oftentimes we get caught up in chasing that hot dot, chasing that hot stock. And has there ever been a time that people have been more enamored with this and the whole deal that we saw go on with GameStop and all of that? And people today seem to be very driven by that performance mentality. But here's what we know from years and years of working with people. It is not chasing the hot dot. It is it is the parable of the tortoise and the hare. It is that slow and steady progress toward your retirement goal. And then when you get to retirement, it simply is providing the income that you need and that you want from the resources that you have. And Tim, I think that it really is one of those things that people have to define their own success, and they have to be reasonable about what that definition is.
I think you're exactly right, John. I mean, you've got a lot of things going on in your life, and being able to kind of know what that outcome needs to be, and really being able to sit down with a financial advisor and let us help you through that and ask you some questions maybe you haven't thought about what the answers are, will help us get you a plan that can get you there.
You know, Scott, there's a lot of what I call chest thumping that goes on about rate of return.
Yep.
And, you know, what'd your 401k do? Well, mine did 10% this year.
Yep.
Well, you only did 8%. So I'm a better investor than you are, or something like that. It's a game to people. But really, we don't see it as a game. We see it as real life. And we want to provide solid, predictable, dependable results. And you can't do that by chasing some hot stock or some hot idea that somebody at the water cooler told you about, or some stock that you think is going to become the next Microsoft or become the next Google or anything of that nature. You really have to have a very well-defined plan, and you need to take just as much risk as is necessary for you to achieve that plan, but not so much that it blows that plan up.
Have you ever been in an office pool when you fill out one of those brackets? You know, when you're competing, because that's what we do it for, right? We're competing,
Sure.
trying to beat other people. It's oftentimes in the office. If you come out of that first weekend and you're the leader, you're telling everybody in the office about it, right?
Oh, sure.
I'm in first place. If you are dead last in that office pool after the first weekend, you don't say much, right?
You just keep it quiet.
Yeah, and I think the same is true if you allow that to filtrate into investing. You're going to hear about the big wins that somebody had. You're not going to hear about the big losses.
Yeah.
So you have that seep into your behavior to think that, oh, this is the way I need to go because this is the way to get the outstanding rate of return. But what you don't know is all the failures that also are included in that.